Good morning, Year 10. It's Friday, the 1st of May. At this point, I usually make the joke about the Ace of Spades, but it usually fits on the 8th of May. And yeah, that's next Friday, so I'm going to hold that. It's the answers to the quiz. Thank you very much to all of those who responded. And hopefully, some of the answers will turn up. No, I haven't gone through them all and worked out a score yet, as is pretty standard for these videos, and I apologise. So, without further ado, question 1 was, temporary hospitals called NHS Nightingale. What does the name Nightingale refer to? Famous building in London, a famous racist, or a famous military operation from World War II? It was, of course, Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, who actually wasn't the lady with the lamp, but we won't go into that. And credited as the founder of modern nursing. She is actually credited with that, and fair play to her, she was very good at hospitals. She came to prominence while serving as a manager and trainer of nurses during the Crimean War, in which she organised care for wounded soldiers and was incredibly good at propaganda. Medicine through time. It's another course. Question 2. Why has top tennis player Novak Djokovic been in the news? I had no idea. The answer is, he said he doesn't want to be forced into vaccinated in order to play tennis. Personally, I'm opposed to vaccination. I wouldn't want to be forced by someone to take a vaccine in order to be able to travel, he said. Question 3. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have announced they are cutting communication with the British tabloid newspapers with a letter. They cut ties with some of Britain's biggest tabloids and said they would adopt a policy of zero engagement with them. The Sun, the Daily Mail, the Daily Express, and the Daily Mirror, because they're pretty, well, if you've ever read them, the Daily Mail online is pretty much what it's like in real life. Question 4. Which Prince of the Royal Family is shown here celebrating his 2nd birthday? I literally have no idea. It's Louis. There we go. He's a prince now. This photo was one of 4 that were taken by the Duchess of Cambridge earlier this month and shared with the world. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have 3 children: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. I'm none the wiser. Question 5. Which 2 countries celebrate Anzac Day? The letters were a little bit of a clue, and I know 2 of you have absolutely nailed this. Thanks, Reese, and thank you, Toby. We've got Australia and New Zealand. In 1915, Anzac soldiers formed part of an Allied expedition that set out to capture the Gallipoli Peninsula during the First World War. Anyway, the troops from Australia and New Zealand suffered heavy losses, somewhere around 85%, and their sacrifice has been marked by National Day of Remembrance ever since. It should be pointed out their sacrifice was not entirely voluntary, and it should be further pointed out the general in charge of that operation was Churchill. Question 6. Who has seen 16 million new subscribers thanks to lockdown around the world? It's not me! It's Netflix. 16 million people created accounts in the first 3 months of the year, which is almost double the new sign-ups we saw in the final months of 2019. However, shutdowns have halted almost all filming around the world, so there aren't that many new things on telly, which, to be fair, I don't watch telly, so it's not a big deal. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be making that noise. Question 7. What's happened to more than 1 million airline meals? They were given away to disadvantaged people across Greater Manchester. Not-for-profit group Open Kitchen MCR has saved and delivered more than 1.1 million for meals, which is really good news. I like a bit of good news. Question 8. This man's made a lot of money. What was his first fundraising effort? It was walking 100 laps around his house. Captain Tom has captured the hearts of Britain and been added to the Queen's Honours shortlist after he raised £28 million for the NHS. It's not a charity, but fair play to the man. He's amazing. And became the old Spurs to have a #1 single. I didn't know that. What types of animals have been tested positive for coronavirus at Bronx Zoo? I actually knew this. It's tigers and lions. They were infected by human beings. So goes the theory. That says there's no indications. Don't know how else to get it. Which UK billionaire is facing serious financial concerns around his Virgin Airline brands? Well, he's not really. His personal wealth dwarfs the concerns he's facing with his airlines and what have you. He's demanding a government bailout, but he's also furloughed his staff without pay. And it's Richard Branson. He's pledged his luxury island resorts as collateral to get a government bailout, and asking for a commercial loan, believed to be about £500 million. But question 11. Tonga has started its long road back to normality after devastation caused by Cyclone Harold. Which ocean is it in? It was The Pacific, I'll be honest, I didn't know. Cyclone wreaked havoc, wreaked a path of destruction through the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Fiji, and also Tonga. Recovery is made all the more difficult because Tonga's borders are closed due to COVID-19. There are currently no confirmed COVID-19 cases in Tonga, so at least it avoided that. I don't know if you can hear the Hoover in the background. Perfect timing. On which continent would you find this famous location? I am sorry about the image. I did my best, and I don't think it's any better today. But it is, in fact, South America. This is Machu Picchu. It's located on 2,430-meter mountain ridge in Peru and contains the ruins of a 15th century Incan settlement that was so secret no one knew about it until they found it by accident. It attracts 1.5 million visitors a year. A team of Australian scientists say they're planning to scale up an experiment to slow the impact of coral bleaching by brightening clouds. In the experiment, droplets of salt water are shot from the snow cannon where they mix with clouds to brighten them. The theory is the brighter clouds can reflect the sun and reduce heat on the reef, which could protect the reef from coral bleaching. Cool. Question 14. In which show did Thomas Frake beat David Rickett and Sandy Tang last week to take out the 2020 title? MasterChef. Who knew? Mind you, today on Friday, we are doing baking with the students that are still here. So, yeah, you can imagine how much of a role I play in that one. None. Who beat 59 other amateur cooks to win the MasterChef 2020 trophy, said his victory was a dream come true. It began with monkfish scampi, continued with ox cheek main, sounds pretty good, and finished with a salted caramel custard tart dessert. Because all of the words. Question 15. Last week, some of the biggest names in music joined forces from their homes to celebrate healthcare workers in a globally televised concert. What was the name of the concert? It was Together at Home. Lady Gaga, Paul McCartney, and Billie Eilish were among more than 100 artists who performed songs from their living rooms due to the coronavirus lockdown. I ought to have known that. I saw Lady Gaga on American TV because I am that sad, but I completely forgot about it. Question 16. It's Pakistan. You knew it was Pakistan. Well done. Question 17. An indigenous Australian superhero called Thylacine has just been introduced by, I don't know, it was the DC Universe. The Thylacine, now extinct, is one of the largest known carnivorous marsupials. Well, there you go. She is a Nagaluma hunter from the Pilbara who has night vision, heightened senses, lethal combat skills, and Batman-like stealth. Did Batman have stealth, or was he just really good at hiding in the dark? Question 18. In which country would you be most likely to see a kimono, not a dragon? It's a type of clothing. It's Japan, obviously, because it's a Japanese type of clothing. Question 19. Which member of the royal family has had to cancel their wedding next month because of the lockdown? You all said Beatrice. You were right. She was going to have married Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi. Well, as you do, on May the 29th. Well, shucks. Question 20, it's Ross Kemp. There you go. He's to front a new TV series celebrating the efforts of some of the UK's 750,000 volunteers during the coronavirus crisis. Well, there we go. There are some filming. He's an actor, presenter, and author. Well, yeah. Who also gets involved in making confronting documentaries, usually about people shouting a lot. So, those were the answers. This closes out the week. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you're following government advice. I hope you're staying at home and that you are making good decisions. Of course you are. I am in the process of bringing around apologies for the very awkward phone calls. I'm doing my best. Yeah, I don't know why I'm shouting that. Have a lovely day, Year 10, and I will see you, or rather you will see me, on the Monday. Thank you very much.